Hi, third graders. I hope you're ready for your next reading lesson. Today we're going to talk about summarizing. I'm hoping that you all worked really hard on your comparing and contrasting on your last lesson. And today I'm going to ask that you work even harder on this lesson. This is something that we have worked on all year. You've heard it so many times, writing a summary. That really just means retelling the story you read or the text you read and using just the important parts to tell it back to somebody. So today, I'm going to show you an example of a summary that I'm going to do, and then you're going to do a summary on some emperor penguins. So here's my example. If you can see my screen, these are some elephants, and I'm going to read you a text about African elephants. So I'm going to read this text. It's about a page long. Then I'm going to be really focusing on the important things that they're teaching me so I can write my summary. So I need to really think about what is the main idea of this text and what are some details that support the main idea. Okay, I'm going to read it as you watch my screen too. African elephant. An adult African elephant's trunk is about 7 feet, which is 2 meters long. It's actually an elongated nose and upper lip. Like most noses, trunks are for smelling. When an elephant drinks, it sucks as much as 2 gallons, which is 7.5 liters of water, into its trunk at a time. Then it curls its trunk under, sticks the tip of its trunk into its mouth, and blows. Out comes the water right down the elephant's throat. Since African elephants live where the sun is usually blazing hot, they use their trunks to help them keep cool. First, they squirt a trunk full of cool water over their bodies. Then they often follow that with a sprinkling of dust to create a protective layer of dirt on their skin. Elephants pick up and spray dust the same way they do water, with their trunks. Elephants also use their trunks as snorkels when they wade into deep water. An elephant's trunk is controlled by many muscles. 2 finger-like parts on the tip of the trunk allow the elephant to perform delicate maneuvers such as picking a berry from the ground or plucking a single leaf off a tree. My kitty. Elephants can also use its trunk to grasp an entire tree branch and pull it down to its mouth, and to yank up clumps of grasses and shove the greenery into their mouths. And there's a map of where they live in Africa. When an elephant gets a whiff of something interesting, it sniffs the air with its trunk raised up like a submarine periscope. If threatened, an elephant will also use its trunk to make loud trumpeting noises as a warning. Elephants are social creatures. They sometimes hug by wrapping their trunks together in displays of greeting and affection. Elephants also use their trunks to help lift or nudge an elephant calf over an obstacle, to rescue a fellow elephant stuck in the mud, or to gently raise a newborn elephant to its feet. And just as a human baby sucks its thumb, an elephant calf often sucks its trunk for comfort. One elephant can eat 300 pounds, 136 kilograms of food in one day. People hunt elephants mainly for their ivory tusks. Adult females and young travel in herds, while adult males generally travel alone or in groups of their own. So as I was reading that, I noticed that most of this text is about their trunks. Did you notice that? Except for this part down here, which talked about their tusks and traveling in herds, the rest of this is all about things they do with their trunks. So that's perfect for me. It makes my job easier when I'm going to tell a summary of what I just read. I'm going to tell about all the things they can do with their trunks. Now, do I want to tell every single thing I learned in this text when I write a summary? No. That means I'm retelling everything. I just want to pick out the most important parts and tell those parts just to give a gist of what I read. It shouldn't be the entire thing over again. So what I'm going to do now is switch to my other camera to show you my summary that I wrote about this African elephant text. Okay, so here is the summary of the African elephant text that I just read. And remember, we said it's mostly about their trunks. So I chose that as the main idea because it's talking all about their trunks in almost the entire article. So I started with that. The African elephant's trunks are very important. And then I spent the rest of this half a page listing out some details that are from the text. Now, I did not write down every single detail. I tried to pick out the things I thought were really important and showed a variety of the ways that they use their trunks. So here's what I have. It sucks in water and then blows it out into their mouths to drink. They also suck in water and spray themselves like a sprinkler to cool off. And then they use their trunk to spray themselves with a protective layer of dust. They smell with their trunk, pick berries, grasp things, and make trumpeting noises with their trunk. Elephants can even keep their babies safe and hug with their trunks. So I think I did a pretty good job getting a variety of different types of information. I talked about drinking, and then I talked about how they spray themselves, and then all the little things they can do, and even hug. And my summary is about half a page, and that's really what we've been talking about a lot at school, is that your summary should be around half a page. You don't want to tell too much, but you do need to go into some details and tell the important parts. So today, you're going to read not this article about elephants, you're going to read about emperor penguins. So please read the emperor penguin article and then write your summary about the penguins. Start with your main idea and add some details in. If you'd like to do it on a piece of paper and send a picture instead, that works too. And the most important thing when you're done, after you read it over and submit, please go off to read for about 30 minutes. Enjoy!